What exactly is a quack? We hear that term thrown around very loosely out there. During COVID, they were telling us trust the science. They were telling us that, you know what, trust their science. Don't just trust science. That was never pushed. It was trust the science. And like I say, it meant their version of science. But anyways, people played along. At the end of the day, they were saying that science is up here. Without science, we have nothing. And there's some truth to that. But at the end of the day, science is flawed all the way through, and we know that. But at the end of the day, we're being told that we had to trust it, and anybody that didn't follow along, certainly from a medical experience, was deemed to be a quack right away. So what is a quack? Like, we don't see that in any other field or any other line of work. Like, you don't see plumbers that want to put the plumbing on the outside of the house. That guy would definitely be a quack, I assume, right? I'd let him speak and he could say why he'd want to do it. But at the end of the day, nobody does that. It'd be the same thing if you went to the airport and you saw a pilot and he wanted the airplane put upside down because that's how he wants to fly today. And you'd look and say, well, that's not going to happen. And more importantly, why would you do that? And he'd probably want to explain to us, and then we would say, okay, that guy's definitely got an issue, okay? But why is it with science, one side can say, this is how something works, and it's a theory, it hasn't been proven, and then somebody else can come along and say, hey, we actually have factual, objective data that says that it doesn't work like that, and automatically they're a quack, okay? So quacks don't exist. The only thing that exists are people that have a professional opinion that's different than the other group. And the other group, in this case, Big Pharma, we know how they operate. They're being paid to supply what's called pseudoscience. That's a fact. So at the end of the day, if these people say they can prove something, then let them prove it. They haven't proven anything. All they've done is come back and apologize for all the mistakes they've made through COVID, and people are believing it because over 5 billion people on the planet have taken at least one shot. And it's too bad for that, but they've taken at least one shot. But at the end of the day, what we need to look at is, why are we buying into this theory of someone being a quack? It doesn't exist. And if they really were quacks like that, they would want them to speak. They would want them to embarrass themselves, but they don't. They just say, Dr. Peter McCullough is a quack, and they label him and they push him away. Then they have to censor him. Okay? They have to actually censor the guy. It's like they have to hold him back. Why would they have to hold him back? They have to hold him back because they're afraid of what he has to say. So let's stop buying the nonsense. There's no such thing as a quack, okay? That is a made-up term so that it makes people easily follow along with what they want you to follow along with.